We are very peaceful. We are very respectful of police. We want them on our side. Let's see here. We want to really encourage outreach to other activist groups because whatever their single issue is, I think it meshes well with the 99% and the fact that the common enemy is a corporation somewhere. So I think as far as specific messaging, you guys can do whatever you want. That's the beauty of this. You can say whatever you want, but we need to make sure that we are inclusive. I mean, it's the 99%, and that's who we need to build and talk with. Let's have a really fun time. If anyone wants to address anything, now would be the time.
Yeah, real quick, I just want to let everybody know, I've been having really good results with talking to people about money and the money issues. Like, be direct about it. Let them know that corporations aren't paying taxes. Let them know that that these investment bankers aren't paying taxes, because people really connect on that. You know, religion doesn't matter, race doesn't matter, where you're from doesn't matter. Everyone is hurting right now in the pocket. Get to them that way, because once we all assemble, then we can start talking about what we do want. You know, right now we all have one common ground that we don't want. Let's start getting everyone together so we can start figuring out the answers.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's about cohesion.
The 99%! We are the 99%! You are the 99%!
Yeah, we're here to get everything under control, to stop corporate money and the influence over our jobs, over our food, over our education, over just like life itself, most importantly over any idea of like lasting security. We're here protesting our corrupt democratic process and just how corporate America has money over our politicians and we have no real voice. That's why we're here. That's what we're unifying over, and we're the 99%. So
we're here today to represent the 99% of people who are not receiving any attention or care from our government, and we're here basically because I'm here personally because I don't believe in the status quo. I think we can do a lot better, and I know for a fact that we are the majority of people that want to love and care for one another and find a way forward that is the most sustainable and healthy and best for all people involved and for many generations to come. And the only way to do that is if we have dramatic, radical change. And this is just another call to action. There's so many different things happening right now in the world, and the things that are happening right now with our banking and financial institution are a very good call for many people, because it is so blatantly obvious the amount of corruption and stealing from the people of America that's happening right now, with our taxpayer dollars going straight into the pockets of corporations and with our politicians bought and sold by corporations. Our entire situation has been established not upon what is best and what will sustain in the long run, but has been decided upon what is profiting, what will profit for the people at the top. So we're sick and tired of it. I dedicate my life to changing the planet and including this.
For the future! We're fighting for you! For you guys! Yes, you! Please!
So I think the problem basically that America is having is that corporations have worked their way into government, and they've done so in a way that they can influence our politicians. And when they influence our politicians, they're influencing policy. And that unfortunately is affecting the poor, the lower, and the middle classes in America. It's breaking America apart. It's breaking up families, which is the most important thing to consider. It's pretty awful. It's terrible. So that's why we've made these signs. People before profits. And don't be afraid to speak out. Join in. The most important thing is that you practice your democracy, practice your civics. Come out, join everybody, make it happen. We can change how our government functions. It's possible to do.
demonstrating against Wall Street greed, buddy. Plain and simple.
What do we do? Education is under attack. What do we do? Working people are under attack. What do we do? Working people are under attack. What do we do?
Blackout right now, CNN,
Fox News, they're now covering this. It's about 1,000+ people camped out in Union Square in Wall Street right now. They've been camped out there for about 10 days. They're trying to fight corporate greed. They're trying to fight the corruption that's going on in our government, and they're trying to get us behind them. We, the people, need to speak out for the first time in decades, if not centuries. Right now, what we're doing is we're creating a branch. Every city, the cities across the nation, there's about 30 cities in the U.S. and about 5 cities out of the U.S. that are doing occupancies as well. We're looking to occupy City Hall on October 1st. We're going to camp out there. We're going to make base. We're going to let them know we're not going to move until we get what we want, and we're treated like human beings.
I want to say I watched the videos of what happened on Wall Street yesterday, and I want to say that to all the people who've been watching the protests in the Middle East and think and are, oh, I'm so glad that I don't live in a country where the police do that to protesters. You do live in that country. You're living in that country right now, and it's happening right now. I think it's ridiculous that there's been hardly any coverage at all. I mean, if you can imagine having a Tea Party protest at Wall Street, it would be all over the news, and I think it's just absolutely ridiculous that you have something like this going on in the middle of New York, and there's no coverage at all, and I just think it's a disgrace.
Money for jobs and education!
Money for jobs and education!
Not for pigs and corporations!
Not for pigs and corporations!
Money for jobs and education!
Money for jobs and education!
Not for racist
Right
deportation!
now in New York and in Wall Street, there's about 1,000 people that are occupying Wall Street.
Pass it up, guys! Single file! We gotta stay to the right!
The way that the oligarchy works change. So we're joining them in solidarity. We're going to occupy City Hall coming this Saturday.
Occupy Wall Street! Occupy Los Angeles! Occupy Wall Street! Occupy Los Angeles!
Cops need raises! Cops need raises!
99%! We are the 99%!
We are the 99%!
Cops are
The 99%!
We are the 99%!
Cops need
The
raises!
99%! Cops need raises! Cops need raises! Cops need raises! Cops need raises!
So I'd like to say that we need to seriously be about building movements that can engage in direct action. We need to begin to move with other people to change policy. People, I think are beginning to understand it. If they want change.
Join us!
Occupy Wall Street! Occupy Los Angeles! We are the 99%! We are the 99%! We are the 99%! We are the 99%!
They had no idea. It's awesome.
The 99%! We are the 99%! We are the 99%! We are the 99%! We
Alright, so my name is Kevin Baker. I'm an Iraq war vet. I was in Iraq in 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. I just left the military in December, and I came out here on behalf of March Forward. And, you know, in the soldiers that are still on active duty that believe the promise when Obama said that he would withdraw, you know, our brothers and sisters out of Iraq, which he hasn't done. And to highlight the fact that he surged Afghanistan, he sent 30,000, you know, more soldiers into a region that we can't explain why we're there. More soldiers have died under Obama than in Afghanistan than under Bush's entire time in presidency. You know, so we're here to demand that an immediate withdrawal of soldiers from Iraq that are in Iraq and Afghanistan, and demand reparations paid, you know, to the families of the Iraqis and Afghans who are the real victims of the wars that began with Bush and are continuing with Obama. And to point out that Obama is as bad as Bush, and he's just as guilty as war crimes, and he sucks up to Wall Street just like every other president before him. And to demand that workers get together and organize and stand in solidarity in opposition to the small parasitic minority that dictate what we do with our lives. Instead of them throwing $700 million that we make a day into homes, destroying them in Iraq and Afghanistan, this money is used to rebuild our communities, you know, fund our education and healthcare.
Exxon, Chevron, Mobil, Shell.
Exxon, Chevron, Mobil, Shell.
Take your war and go to hell.
Take your war and go to hell.
Exxon, Chevron, Mobil, Shell.
So think globally really act locally and creating new councils for ourselves that allow us to redefine what it is to be a collective.
We are the 99%! We are the 99%!
Okay. Yeah, we are here in the names of justice to to send a reminder to President Obama that it should be it's a lot of issues that need to be taken care of, and we're waiting for it. We have faith that he put his Nobel Peace Prize to work, and the aid for the people and for all humans that are here. Stop the war, stop the violence. Let's take care of people. Thank you so much.
Stop the war!
Alto a la guerra!
Alto a la guerra!
Stop the war! All right, sisters and brothers, and we'll keep on that theme. We know the corporations are getting really fat while everybody else is barely making it. We can barely survive.
I mean, I think the big thing is, I think what's going on at Occupy Wall Street is an amazing thing, and I think that, you know, we should keep pushing and pushing and pushing, because every time we have a demonstration, every time we have a protest, the workers in the country become more politically conscious of what's going on. And every time that we do this, we're hitting it over and over and over. We have to keep hitting it until it falls, until we can create a government for the people, by the people.
End the occupation! End the occupation! Troops out now! Troops out now! End the occupation! End the occupation! Troops out now! Troops out now! End the occupation! End the occupation! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
He said that he was against the war, so I was voting for an anti-war president. When we were out in March protesting against the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, he started bombing Libya. So that was, to me, that was kind of the breaking point for my support of the Obama administration, because it was a direct 180 from the president that I had voted for. And I was already involved in the anti-war movement and the justice and equality movement. I've always been a member of the lower class and the working class. My dad's in the union. My dad used to talk to me about walking the picket lines and kind of violent even, you know, the labor movement and what it cost and what it's gotten us. So I've always believed in, you know, standing up for what's right. So that's why I'm here, and I'm here because of, you know, solidarity together makes me feel better about what we struggle through.
We say fight back! They say get back! They say get back! They say get back! We say fight back! They say get back! We say fight back! They say get back! We say fight back! They say get 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 back!
Come out and join us. You know, we're stronger together, and it makes you feel better. Ramsey Clark said to, I heard him speak once, and he said that we're happy because we're in the struggle. You know, we're doing something about it, and it makes you feel better. And, you know, feel sorry for them because they're not.